I never like picked fights very much like you, but I did have a fair amount of like going to the office. I don't think I had too many lunch detentions though. I did, however, I had an after school detention in
In
middle school.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to do something like really bad to get an after school detention in.
Well,
But
yeah.
what I did wasn't like, here's a story. We had PE class and we were playing volleyball in the gym. We had this giant heavy curtain that went down the middle of the gym. So if the gym is like this way long, it would cut it in half, like vertically. The way we took attendance in PE was that we would get in rows, like lines all the way down the gym. We went to PE class that day and the curtain had already like been dropped. So like it was in my way. I had to like get over there to the other side. And I didn't feel like walking across. So another thing about this curtain is that like it's a heavy canvas curtain.
Yeah.
And there's like this metal steel rod
runs all the way under.
Yeah, in the bottom of it. But it's not like overbearingly heavy. It could maybe crush a small child. But we're like
you can take it. You can take it.
We weren't that small. And so the kid like lifted it up and I like crawled my ass under the curtain to get to the other side. And that happened right as the PE teacher came out. And then he was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And we're like, oh, we're just getting to the other side, take attendance. He was like, detention. We're like, what? We're like, wait, what the hell? And he was like, yeah, you guys come over here, and like gave us after school detentions. And we were like, what? Why? And he's like, you went under the curtain. It's like, yeah, but we didn't hurt anything. It's like, but those are the rules. I'm like, well,
rules are rules.
And I'm like, well, that's a stupid ass rule. He was like, that doesn't matter. I was like, well, can I do anything to not get a detention? And he was like, no. I was like, all right, thanks. Then they like called my mom, and then she was kind of mad because she had to like leave work early.
To go get you.
Yeah, to come get me after school. My dad was not even mad about it. I think my mom was kind of mad about it. She was more caught up in like I got a detention rather than the reason.
The reason behind it.
Yeah. And she had to like leave work to come pick me up. But it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault.
Hey man.
I swear.
I only had one detention in middle school too.
Like an after school one?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was for lifting a water fountain. I
told you that. Water fountain.
I told you that story. Once I got to middle school, I was like, all right, I need to not get in trouble as much.
Change your ways.
Yeah, I was like, I need to focus down and like can't slip up because like the ops are after me. Like if I say something wrong, because it got to the point where if I'd say something and like people took offense to it, office lunch detention, like I'd just get in trouble. And I was like, all right, I really gotta be careful. The ops can't know. The ops can't know.
It was like World War II with you. You had to like be undercover and shit.
Double agent. You gotta act real nice. You gotta also be you curse in the bathroom when no one's there.
Yeah.
And if someone walks in, a teacher walks in, you just go, act like nothing happened.
Yeah.
They won't say anything because they don't really care as much as the elementary guys do.
Yeah.
So anyway, one day though, I was getting a drink from the water fountain, and I was pretty tall in middle school for a middle schooler. The only water fountain available was this one that was like made for a midget, basically. It was really low to the ground.
Really small.
It was really small. So I thought it was funny if I'd be like, oh, look, I'm lifting it. Like, I didn't lift it that much.
Your Herculean strength.
I didn't lift it that much. I just kind of went like a little bit. It didn't even make a difference. It was just because it was funny. I was in like the fourth class of the day. The VP, the vice principal, comes over and she's like, Luke, does a little head thing. I go, oh, fuck what I do. I was like, been good today. I haven't done anything. I haven't even cursed today. Like they couldn't get me for anything. What are they gonna plan on me? So I walk out there and they're like, you know what you did? And I was like, no. And they're like, come to my office. And I was like, what the fuck happened, bro? Like I'm being whipped around. Like, first they walked me over to the water fountain area and they say,
Oh.
"What'd you do here?" I go like, "I got a drink earlier." They go, "Well, what'd you do to the water fountain?" I go,
Aha, you got a drink.
Yeah. They go, "Well, what'd you do to the water fountain?" I go, "Well, I mean, I kind of lifted it, but like, why?" And they go, "Well, you broke a water valve or something. It's like it's been leaking all day, and like the plumber, the janitors had to fix it." And I was like, "What?" And they go, "They thought I did it, and then it started leaking, and I just left it and didn't tell anyone." When I left, nothing was wrong. So then they're like trying to pin me for like, what is that?
Deformation.
Vandalism.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I broke something, didn't tell them, and then like wandered off. And I was like, no, I didn't even know. Like that's what happened. They're like, "Come to my office. You're gonna have to write down what happened word for word on paper." And so I had
What
to
is
literally.
that gonna do, though?
I know. I was like, I don't know. They're gonna like check the fucking sources because apparently people sold me out. That's why they know I did it.
Oh, fucking snitches.
They're just fucking asking people. Like, "All right, who was at the water fountain at 9:32 in the morning?" They're like, Luke was. It's him. It's him.
All the fingers pointed to you.
Yeah, and it was. Maybe they wrote down what happened too, and they were like cross-examining everyone's reports. So I just wrote down like, yeah, I kind of lived in the water fountain a bit, and like that's it. I didn't know it was leaking. And so she comes in, she takes my paper, and she just like reads it real hard, and it's like, okay, and she goes, I'm gonna go with the fact that you didn't know that it was leaky. And I go, yes.
Yeah, because that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened. They're like, all right then. And then she walks off and then comes back a little bit later and is just like, I'm going to give you a detention for this or something. And like, you're going to have to think about what you did. I was like,
Thinking real hard.
I was like, sounds good. I'm like, I guess I'm going to go to detention. And there was like me and one other kid that day. I was just sitting in there. I was like, man, this is ass. That's the one time I got a detention for accidentally breaking a water fountain. That's
I feel like most teachers in detention are like kind of nice, to be honest.
They don't care.
Yeah, because they have detention duty and they just don't give a fuck.
Hey, they're as fucked as you in that scenario. They have to be there.
Yeah,
They didn't do anything. They're there.
they're hoping no one gets a detention that day.
Yeah, because then they don't even have to show up. How'd you feel about the card system or the clip system that was always used?
I felt like for me, at least, it like kept me in check. Depending on what the bottom color was, like red or blue or whatever it was, like they would like call your parents if you got down to the lowest color. Like I only saw like one kid go down to blue.
Say only one?
Yeah. You started on green or whatever.
Yeah,
and
green.
Then you went to yellow,
red,
then blue.
Yeah.
And
that's usually how it went. Or it'd be blue then red. Kind of they just switch it.
I do have kind of a comical story about that.
What?
So in second grade, it was towards the end of the school day. The teacher gave us homework to do and like time to do it at the end of class. I was doing my homework and I was like really rushing to get it done because I wanted to get home with no homework and play video games. Rushing to get it done, and I got it done with like a minute left of school, so I was hyped.
Yeah.
And so someone else like they like turned in their paper and turned around. I ran up to them and I run up into their face and I go, yeah, and I just fucking scream in their
oh my god.
like they turn around and I run up into their face and go, yeah!
Oh my god.
And they were like, who the hell is this weirdo? And the teacher saw me and I turned in my paper hyped as fuck, and then she was like, oh, Logan, like kind of pissed that I did that. And like as a kid I didn't know any better, but oh my god, that was like, I remember being so hyped about that. And then she was like, oh, tomorrow you're gonna start the day off yellow.
No.
And I was like, no. So then that kind of ruined the vibe. I was really sad after that.
Teachers abuse that system.
I know.
I'll tell you, I don't know how you haven't seen blues before. I had like a dozen blues.
A dozen?
Just in like first grade alone. First grade was a hard time, man. I was living like a criminal. They treated me like a criminal too. That's the thing I don't like about the card system. Like after you get one blue, there ain't no going back. It's like after you get your first kill in life, there's no going back. So at that point, I was like hardened. I'd been to the principal's office so many times. I'm like
through the moral
dilemma.
Yeah.
Oh, I was far past. That's why the system fucking sucks. Like the people that do get cards just stop fucking caring. And they just like it just puts them on a different like hierarchy than the people that always have greens. And the green kids always rub it in your face and you just want to beat their ass. I don't remember if I have or not, but I might have said a few things to the greeners because
those dirty greeners.
Call them brown nosers and stuff. Like because they're assholes, dude. When you have a blue, they'll start teasing you after you've already been in the fucking office, got detention, your parents are called. Like you've already are fucked. And then like all of that's on display for every other kid to tease you about. And it sucks.
Just salt in the wound.
Yeah, I know. It's like they want to like put you on the hanging post. That's the equivalent. It's like humiliate the fuck out of him while he dies inside. Like So I had reds. I had so many yellows, blues.
Yellow every day.
It was to that point. My teacher at the time in first grade had the trigger finger with that shit. She'd be whipping out reds to me left and right. And my Mohawk friend, we get reds for the most lame shit. Like I got a red once because I went to go get a drink on the water fountain that's right outside the goddamn room. But I didn't ask for permission. So I got a red. I had to go in front of the whole class. Like, we're doing our like work or whatever. I'm like, I need a drink. So teacher's over doing her own thing with some kids because it's like that whole
You're
system.
thirsty, man. You need
I'm
something.
thirsty. I'm not going to go walk up to her. She's busy.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't worry. I got this. I'm just going to go get a drink. I'll be right back. And so I get a drink and I walk in and the whole class is silent. And I was like, what happened? And she's standing there looking straight at me with like daggers. And I was like, oh, fuck. And she goes, man. Where were you? And I go, just getting a drink. And she goes, did you ask to get a drink? And I go, but I want a drink. And she goes, are you talking back to me? I go, no, I wanted a drink. I went and got a drink. And she goes, go put your card on red. I go, what? And then the whole class goes like, ooh. And I was like, what the fuck up? I was like, what the fuck? And I walk over there, move it down. I'm just like, and like all the kids are looking at me and you feel like you're like, you
have the shakes too. You're like moving it.
You're like furious. You got that pin up kid rage, and you're like you could go primal and like rip your shirt off, be on top of the desk, like that. I wanted to do that, and I was just so pissed. That's probably why I did fights out in the fucking playground to blow off steam. I'm so pissed. Like, god damn, I got a blue today, fuckers, and it's just awful. Yeah, you just get so much teased about it. It's just annoying, and so. Yeah, after that one, I was traumatized and I was hardened and I didn't fucking care anymore. So any other time I went up there to change my tag and people were looking at me, I didn't have the shakes anymore. I was just like, this is it. This is what it is, man. And I'm like, I'm just living this criminal life, basically, because that's what they paint you to be after. Because there was this thing, like, if you don't get greens this week, you get a toy or a prize in the little chest box.
If you don't get greens?
Yeah. They're rewarding good behavior, but it's not like a silent thing. Like, oh, here's
or
like
you don't get reds
if you keep greens the entire week.
Okay.
Yeah, and so you get a toy or something. Like you just go get something from the chest. I only got one thing from the chest. Like that you're there for 30 weeks in class, but I only got one thing.
Ooh,
yeah, because she's a dick about shit, and like it pisses you off once you get one thing that week. Because like then you're screwed. Yeah. Then you're just screwed. Like you're like, well, I'm not getting a toy this week, so.
Might as well fuck up the rest of the week.
And that was I was like, well, I'm not holding back this week, I guess. And so
like on a Monday you get a yellow, you're like, fuck.
That's usually what happened. And I just don't know. I just stopped caring. And it's not like the toy getting is a silent thing. It's like she calls your name and you go
Oh,
get it.
so you don't get your name called.
When it's Friday and everyone's got a toy before class ends, and you're sitting here on your desk like this with no toy, and everyone's looking at you, knowing that you fucked up this week once more, you just feel like such a little bitch. And like, I was just sad, and I was like, I'm fucking done.
A villain origin story.
It's a villain arc, man, and I was living it. So that's why I don't like cards. I just thought it was a flawed system, and it just made people with bad behavior just not care and just do more bad things because that's what they're told they are.
It almost promotes like more bullying in school, because whenever you get your card like down, then all the kids
everyone
like,
sees it. Yeah, like it ostracizes you from everyone else. They fucking tease you. Ooh, you got a red card. I go, oh, I'm gonna fucking punch your face in.